Radiant team ban.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the draft. My name is JT and you are watching the joinDOTA League Season 1. This is the starter division. This is UK Group 3, the very first game of the joinDOTA League. I'm super excited. I've got a great game here between two fantastic UK teams. I've got Rasta Gaming going to be taking the Dire side and Froody on the Radiant. We're going to be playing two games. There's no best of series here in the joinDOTA League. Each team plays two games as a sort of a round robin with each other team in the league, in their group. And then the top of every group gets into a playoff stage right at the end. It's going to be really exciting. I'm just going to tweak a couple of my audio settings here, just so that you can hear me as opposed to anybody else. And let's have a look at what the draft's bringing us. So, first band's coming out from Rasta Gaming, going to be the Pugner and the Visage, two very strong pushing heroes, very strong supports. Froody replying with the support Alchemist, seems to be really in vogue at the moment. And of course, a Weaver. Bane and Mirana coming out for Rasta Gaming. Tried and true combination there. Easy nightmare to arrow. Really looking to punish some people who have had a little bit out of position. Froody going to ban out the Naga Siren. She's seen a little bit of a resurgence lately after Arteezy's been playing her on his stream. That horrible farming Naga, get the Radiance, farm the entire jungle in 3 seconds, go and split plus 36 lanes at once, and you know, the usual. Bristleback and Venomancer are going to be the picks for Froody. Bristlebox, very, very strong hero at the moment. And speaking to these two teams earlier on today, I asked them how they think the game's going to go, how they're feeling about the league as well. Solrak, captain, one team captains for Rasta, said he was feeling pretty confident after the recent results in their ESL games. They beat both Infused and Full of Int. For those who aren't too up to date with the UK scene, they are two of the top teams in the UK scene, and Rasta beat them recently in a ladder setup that we've got over here in the UK. But they say they're going to be taking each game as serious as those. Just because the teams aren't known in the UK doesn't mean they're not good. And Matty, team captain for Froody, told me that they're pretty open-minded and they're just looking to play their games. Now, they're a relatively new team on the scene. I think they told me it's one of their first competitive games today. So it'll be exciting to see how a new team faces.
10 seconds to go.
Second phase of bans has come out. Shadow Shaman and Rubik being banned out by Rasta Gaming. Timbersaw and Naga being banned out by Froody. All very strong heroes. And the Invoker comes out for Rasta. Invoker's really been enjoying a resurgence lately. Played mid with that 4-0, 4-1 Quas Exort build. Get those early double forge spirits and just really wreck house. Really, really good. Really going to look to respond. They've got the Venomancer that can be played in quite a versatile role. The Bristleback as well, he can take solo safe lane farm. They're going to go with the Death Prophet, so they're going to look to push. They've got that Veno, they've got that Bristleback who can just dive and really raise hell behind towers. Whilst Venomancer and Death Prophet melt the tower. Rasta going to go a little bit greedy. They've got a very greedy lineup here. They've got the Mirana, Invoker and the Slark now. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be a solo lane Slark with a Bane and Mirana laning together with maybe a third support. Invoker going to be middle, most likely. Froody going to be looking to get another support and maybe a one position carry, unless they want to play the Death Prophet in that position. It's up to them.
10 seconds to go.
Luna.
Dire team ban.
Luna coming out as the carry there for Froody. And Rasta going to ban out the Dazzle. Dazzle not a common pick by any means, but definitely exciting pick there. And Froody going to ban out the Crystal Maiden. I love a bit of Crystal Maiden at the moment. She's just such a strong quality support. To those of you who have just tuned in, you're watching the joinDOTA League Season 1. Start Division UK Group 3. My name's JT. I'm going to be casting a UK game every week for the rest of this joinDOTA League. Time permitting, of course. Today we've got what I've seen as one of the top teams in the UK, Rasta Gaming, taking on a
go.
relative newcomer in the scene, Froody. Last picks coming out
5
for both. Neither of them
seconds.
have used either of their bonus time. Both of them seem to have pretty sorted out strategies on up their sleeves. Now, if you're in the chat, give us a shout out. Tell your followers, tell your friends to come and watch Twitch TV/Poppage. That's me, otherwise known as JT, casting here for this joinDOTA League game. So last pick for Rasta Gaming. They need to be looking for a support really. With the Marana Invoker Slark, a very greedy lineup. All of them will want some farm. All of them will want some levels. I'm liking the Bane pick. We don't see a massive amount of Bane in the competitive scene, apart from maybe a couple of teams who specialise in him. Sigma International seem to absolutely love their Bane. The fucking mad Bane there. Navi tend to go with Bane quite a lot as well, and he's a really good combination with that Marana. Super easy to set up, a 5-second arrow. It basically means someone is going to die. If they get nightmared with a Marana around, that's a dead hero. So Rasta Gaming are going to look for support. They're going to go for the Sand King. So they've got a very, very strong ganking team here. They're going to be looking to put out an immense amount of pressure on Froody. Froody have got a really strong push lineup though, and they could happily take this 5-man. And with the Luna, Death Prophet and the Venomancer, they've got a lot there. And Rasta Gaming's push lineup, not going to be the best. Mirana, solid pusher when she gets a Desolator. Invoker, solid pusher, but that's about it. Slark and Sand King, not very good at pushing down towers. Great at clearing waves, not very good at towers.
5 seconds.
That's going to be impressive. Really
Reserve
going to be looking
time.
for their last pick. It's probably going to be a support as well. They're going to look for something that can really hammer the push. Either that or something that can help them deal with all this immense ganking pressure that they're going to come under. Especially with the Slark and Sand King. They're going to go with the Treant Protector. Oh, and there's a hero we don't see in competitive a lot anymore. I love Treant. He's one of my top heroes on my profile, if you see. But, you know, my profile means pretty much nothing. So the teams are going to grab their heroes, and we're going to go into the game. Good luck. Have fun is the calls going out.
This should be interesting.
Introducing the teams on the Radiant side, we have Froody. We're going to have Silithus taking the Venomancer, Jamie C on the Support Treant Protector, and Dio on the Luna. It's going to be a very defensive tri-lane there. Mid, it's going to be Hulsey taking the Death Prophet, and that leaves Matty on the Bristle Boss. On the side of Rasta, we're going to have Branrick on the Bane, Solarak, hashtag Road to Epic Clan on the Marana. They're going to be taking that tri-lane offensive with Mechanita on the Sand King. Aaron Stam, hashtag Worst Player, playing that Exort Invoker. And that's going to leave a solo safe lane Slark. He's going to have a whale of a time. He's not going to have any difficulties. Well, he might do. Bristleback will be a little annoying to him. But you know what? They're both going to manage to get farm in solo lanes. But this aggressive tri-lanes where the action is going to be at. That is a Bane Marana Sand King. That's an awful lot of kill potential. And you know, I think they're going to be able to eat through the living armor pretty well. Neither team sort of making any super aggressive moves. Oh, here we go. Could have some action. Bane leading forward. They're going to pop a ward down. See what they can get. Silithus and Jamie C just lurking there. They're going to come out. They're going to get spotted. If he can get a Nightmare on that tree, that'll be one dead tree, but no. Too slow. Just going to get out there. Ward up the pull camp as well. Plenty of vision down here. Making sure...
As if I wasn't slippery enough already.
...that Froody can't do anything. Haystroon going to be gained by Jin on the Slark. He's going to start running around now. And mid lane, we've got the Death Prophet Invoker matchup. And let's have a look at the last hits denies already. Mirana versus Luna, both riding. Oh, there goes the Nightmare. Are we going to see an arrow? Arrow flies out. Oh, it's just a little bit mistimed. Almost there. Lucent Beam comes out. Bit of harass going to go out onto Branrick. And that was close. That would have been very difficult for Luna. Denies flying out left, right and centre here. Trent's going to place that sentry ward down. Is it going to... Oh, that's ever so slightly out of range of that Observer Ward there. Rather unlucky, but you know what? It's a great Observer Ward anyway when you're against an aggressive tri-lane. Really lets you see exactly what's going to go on. Now they're sharing a lot of the lane experience here, but both teams are. Branwick sleeps someone, there goes the Sanking Stun and the arrow flying out. Lots of damage coming out, Venomous Scale in return, but Triant's not going to manage it. Sanking low on health, manages to Sandstorm out, and I don't think the guys have any protection, the guys from Froody. Oh! The Sunstrike comes out there. I missed that kill. How bad of me. Awful. Hashtag awful casting. Still, I got the first blood. Hashtag better than Toby. Love you, Toby, one. So, first blood coming out there for Rasta, and Invoker landing a good Sunstrike to get that second kill. And this is already a successful aggressive tri-lane. They've got those kills. That Bane Sanking Mirana combination, that's a lot of lockdown, making it very easy to land that big arrow and get a lot of damage out. Good choice of targets too, going on that Treant Protector first. Making sure that he can't get a living armour off on anyone. Really good, and Froody are going to have to play really passive in this tri-lane now. They're going to have to really... either that or they're going to have to look to turn a lot sooner. It was a nice Gale coming out, a nice Lucent Beam on the Sanking, but it just was not enough return damage. They don't have enough return damage. Treant is not known for his damage. Yes, he can punch people pretty hard because he's a tree, but that doesn't do so much. So looking at the top lane, Jin on the Slark, absolutely dominating on the last hits. 15 and 6 to that Bristlebus is 3 and 0. He's doing really well. He's going to start snowballing out of control soon. Also going to pick up the regen rune, exercising the rune control there. Aronstam's going to pick up a Basilius, possibly to buff those Forge Spirits. It's a nice choice. I'm just going to turn my phone on silent there. How bad of me. So nothing else really going down in this mid lane. Another Basilius coming out on the Mirana. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there, possibly.
Missing bottom.
One's going to get the Wraith Band, one of them's going to just keep it as a Basilius. Probably what's going to happen. Not a lot of stacking, not a lot of pulling going on. Obviously that pull camp is warded. But you know what, this Treant is really doing a fat lot of nothing. He's got living armour on cooldown, which is not ideal. Not ideal. Nightmare comes out. Treant manages to take it off, but out comes the Sanking Stun, out comes the Mirana arrow. Dio is going to go down. And whilst that was definitely noble of Jamie, down comes the Sunstrike. It's going to take Silithus out again. Wow, that's 2 kills for the Invoker. That's another kill. That's a kill for the Bane. And they managed to take out the Luna. So this tri-lane really going too very well. Jamie C on the Treant tried. He tried to take the Nightmare off. But that actually ended up working against him because then he couldn't living armor Dio. Dio absolutely hammered down to death by the Bane and the Mirana. That's a lot of burst, that's a lot of stun, that's a lot of lockdown. And then of course the Invoker, really good team communication there, coming down. Perfectly fired off Sunstrike. That's 4-0. So Rasta Gaming really asserting their dominance early. And we haven't even seen the Slark start roaming around now. He's already got his Orb of Venom, he's close to 1k gold, and he's got his boots. 30 and 8, 21 and 15 on the Invoker, really hammering this mid lane. And Rasta Gaming are showing why they are considered one of the top teams in the UK at the moment. Really exciting play coming from them. 4 kills already, and it's only 5 minutes into the game. I can see this game not lasting too long. And Bristleback manages to dive on the Slark there. Another kill I've just missed. Too busy focusing on that tri-lane. Jin really low on health, but he manages to get the kill on the Bristleback. That makes it 5-0 now. And lane's pulled back just a little bit. Silithus trying to zone them out with the wards. The Rasta guys hanging back, just waiting for Makanita to get back in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Death Prophet going to pick up the DD, so she's doing well with rune control, but you know what? She's only 10 and 1. Now bot lane, is anything looking to go down? No, it's not. They're rolling forward. Arrow flies out. Silithus manages to dodge it. Lucent Beam comes out onto Rasta. There's the Nightmare, there's the stun. Dio taking a lot of damage, really low. Out comes the Sandstorm, not going to manage it. Out comes the Sunstrike. Dio manages to survive with the living armour up. Really, really close gank there. Dio was down to about 10 HP, really close. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Jin's been diving on Matty, even with the bristly back. Holy hell. That Slark's going to snowball out of control now. Death Prophet picks up the Invis rune. She's got a DD and an Invis. Going to look to maybe get some revenge. Solrak might be in a little bit of trouble there. He's only on half health. They've got to know that the Death Prophet's missing. They're not going to see her though. She's going to roll around. She doesn't have the DD anymore, but she does have her ulti up. So maybe they can look to make something happen. She's going to lurk behind here. And Solrak running away right away. The ulti comes out. Makanita, you're in a world of pain. Gets taken down. That's one support. That's 6-1. Solrak manages to get away. Makanita just a little bit too slow on this. And they're going to look to push the tower out of this. They might as well. They've got the creep wave. They've got the Death Prophet ulti up. They're going to force this. Out comes the arrow. Silithus gets hit. Sunstrike out on Hulsey. They're taking a lot of damage. But you know what? They've got the sustain. They've got a Treant. They're going to just carry on. Hulsey really, really low on health. He's going to be healed up by his spirit soon. And they're going to take that tier 1 tower to half health. Meanwhile, top lane, Jin and Matty just trading blows there. Jin definitely far ahead. 49 and 10 on that solo safe lane Slark. He's not missing a lot of last hits. Aronstam, meanwhile, is just going to push the tower a little bit. Going to take a little bit of tower damage, though. But it's okay. He can heal that. He can just invoke those Quas Orbs, and he's good. Let's have a look at his skill build. He's gone 3-0, 3-1 so far. So he's about 1 level away from having those dual Forge Spirits, and that's when Invoker really gets into his stride. Really starts to push a lot. Bot lane Plague Ward comes out there. They've spotted out Branrick. I think they know that he's rotating mid. Hulsey's going to run top, see if he can get the rune, and then just return to safety. Branrick going to pop up a nice aggressive Observer Ward there, just so he can always see what Hulsey's doing at any time, and just look to exert some more pressure on mid. Make sure that Invoker can get us ahead. He's already really far ahead. He's 42 and 21 against a 16 and 1 Death Prophet. That's a lot of last hits there. Top lane, skirmish going on. Jin and Matty. Matty, show him your back! Tries to man up. Doesn't work. Slark, just a little too strong. 1.8k gold now. It's not even 9 minutes in. He's going to have his first big item up very, very soon. And they've not really got a good answer for it on the side of Froody. You know, they're avoiding enough of the kills down here to be at least alright, but they're not doing well at all. Dio's only got 21 last hits. He's just got his phase boots and a poor man's shield. Midas coming out on the Invoker. Branrick going to go with the Nightmare. Oh, we're going to see the stun come in from Stun comes in from the Sand King. Oh, we're going to see the arrow out. Living armor. Arrow does not connect on Dio. Gale comes out in response. Ping's flying out. Maybe looking for an Invoker Sunstrike. We're not going to see anything just yet. Both teams going to back off. Apologies if I cough a little bit in this cast. Woke up a little bit chesty today. Jin lurking around. He's picked up a Yasha. So he's looking to be super mobile around the map. I expect him to just start roaming very soon, get some horrible ganks off. Possibly even just really ramp up the pressure on Matty. He's only got a Basilius and a wand, that's about it. And he's got a Salve in tow. Aronstam picks up that level 9. He's going to have that double Forge Spirit now. So Rasta's starting to come online. Froody nowhere near coming online. Great success maybe Hulsey on that Death Prophet. He's managed to get one successful gank off. But he's doing really badly on the farm. He's only 16 and 1 10 minutes in. Whereas you look at the top 3 farmers are all from Rasta doing really well. So Solrak fires off just a cheeky little arrow. Just to say, oi, get off my creeps. No problem. So, little lull in the game. Let's have a look at the XP and Goldgrass. 5k XP. Oh, a Nightmare comes out there on Silithus. Arrow flies out. Dio gets in the way, but that's a 3-man shot. Invoker Sunstrike just about misses. That's a 3-man Burrow Strike there from Makanita. Reminds me of that Reddit thread about Funix Nix replacing his Impale with Ravage. Arrow short range comes out from Solrak. He's manning up on Silithus. But Jamie C's just going to go, whatever, I'm a tree. Burrow Strike misses. Jamie C in a lot of trouble though. Out comes the Death Prophet with the ulti. She's coming in to get some. Jamie C juking round Makanita. There's the death. There's the Sandstorm, but there's the and that's dead Sand King. Really nice juking, but meanwhile the mid tower is going to go down. to that
Dyer's
relentless
bottom
pushing of the
tower is
Invoker.
being attacked.
Froody probably going to look to trade a tier 1 for a tier 1. They're going to get this tier 1 bot. Not a massively high priority target, but they
Dyer's
might as well
bottom
take it. They
tower
might
is
as well
under
make it
attack.
1 for 1. Meanwhile, Arstam,
Dire
he
has
almost takes
fortified
out Hulsey.
structures.
Arstam
Radiant's
almost
middle
takes out
tower
Hulsey
is
there.
under
Really, really close.
attack. Dire's bottom tower has
But that's going to be a
fallen.
1 for 1 trade. They're also going to take out the Sand King, but
Radiant's
it's still
top
8
tower
to
is
2.
under attack.
Rasta still massively leading in the farm wars. Jin is just proceeding along unmolested. 1.3k gold up already.
Radiant's top
He's going to get
tower
out of
is
control
under
very
siege.
soon, and they're not going to have an answer to him. Death Prophet Crypt Swarm whiffs. Whiff.
Radiant's top tower
Let's have a
is
look at the
under
couriers.
attack.
Skip the delivery frog on the side of Rasta. Going to be taking out a Boots of Travel to that Invoker. Really nice split push tactics there.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
we've got a
being
Speed
attacked.
Demon on the side of Froody. Going to be taking that Wraith Band out to Dio. Dio, can you hear me? A Tenacious D reference there for you. 8 kills to 2, 12 minutes into the game. Froody on Radiant, Rasta on the Dire. Rasta really asserting a lot of dominance over this
Dire's
game so
middle
far. Their
tower is
aggressive
under
tri lane
attack.
has gone really well. Let's have a look at the kills. 3 kills on the side of the Slark. Now he's got the entire Froody team coming in. He's just going to run away. Insane movement speed there with the Yasha and his ultimate passive up. Pings flying out. We're going to have some TP in. Branwick on the Bane's coming out. And see if they can get anything. Jin and look to see if he can pick anyone off. Treant's seen him. Death Prophet
Dire's
ulti
top
flies out. They're
tower
going to
is
look to
being
push this
attacked.
tower. 2 TPs coming in on the side of Rasta. Everything's going down here. Jin got dived on. Arrow comes out.
Dire's
Froody
top tower
sticking
is
together
under
very
attack.
well. Jin's just going to lurk away like the Slark he is. He's back up to full health. Now we haven't seen anything big. Makanita goes down, pops the Sandstorm in the middle, but Death Prophet don't care. She's got Crypt Swarm. So that's 1 unanswered kill so far. They're sticking together as a 5-man, and that's what they do need to do. They're going to force this fight at the tower. It's 5v4. Jin hasn't really gone in, but they're being wrapped around here. In comes the Invoker, spotted out by really nice Plague Wall placement. They can see everyone. Matty taking a lot of damage from those Forge Spirits and the Invoker. Dio, Living Armor comes out on him. Arrow flies out, hits a creep. Sunstrike comes down, doesn't hit anything. Froody are just going to back away. Tower down, 2 half health. Not bad, they forced the fight. They didn't get the tower, but they didn't lose a kill. And they forced a lot of TP support in from Rasta. Jin's going to run and farm mid though. He hasn't been getting stuck in as much, but to be honest with you, he doesn't need to. He's perfectly content to farm and run around the map. And Rasta managed to hold back Froody pretty well. And Froody, this is what they've got to do all game though. They've got a 5-man, which means that Rasta, Jin, now he's found Hulsey. Pop the Dark Pact, going to see if he can get a pounce off. Gets a pounce, latches on Hulsey. Down comes the Invoker Sunstrike, misses, but Hulsey's really low on life. Silence isn't going to do a lot. Jin on a dominating streak, 4 and 0. Meanwhile, top lane, Ranrick and Aronstam, Bane and Invoker. Essentially, the tri-lane has moved, as it were. That Tree, Veno, Luna. Tree hasn't really done a lot. He's saved a couple of people with a couple of living armors, but not a ton.
Bury me close.
And meanwhile, Morana manages to take out Bristleback. I did not see that. I had my camera on Morana. Not sure, maybe a long-range arrow. Let's have a look at the net worth. Top 3 net worth. Shock Horror. It's the Invoker. It's Jin on the Slark. Manages to dive on the Venomancer. Luna TPing in to support. Also in comes Death Prophet. Jin's just going to lurk away. But at the moment, he's rolling now. He's got 3k gold. What's he going to buy? Whatever he buys next, he's buying the Shadow Blade. He's looking to get really up in their grill. Meanwhile, that top tower's looking to go down. Forge Spirits coming out from the Invoker, really, really powerful. Maxing that Exhort first. Living Armor coming out, going to try. Fiend's Grip out on Matty. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. He's got his back to them, but he's going to die anyway. Just a little bit too much damage, even for the bristliest of backs. Zorak lurking there in the wings. Got the Asher in the stash. Looking to fire off that arrow, maybe hit Silithus. Silithus running around like, oh my god, I know it's coming from somewhere. Out comes the arrow. It hits! Oh dear, he did not dodge that. Down comes the Sunstrike. Silithus really low on health. Solrak's going to take that very easily. Gale comes out. That's a killing spree there for Solrak.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
pops the
attack.
pot multi. Meanwhile,
So
Jin
that's
on the
something
slot
that's
is
happening.
absolutely dominating here. Gets his 6th kill in a row.
Radiant's top tower is
He's now
under
all over the
siege.
map. Super mobile.
Radiant's
Invisible.
top
Can
tower
pop
has
up,
been
kill you at a
destroyed.
minute's notice. Not a problem. And this is a situation that Froody don't want to find themselves in. Really on the defensive against a 14-3 lineup that is quite happily snowballing out of control. Invoker picking up the 4 staff. Branrick on the Bane, he's already got his arcane boots, so he's happy. That's pretty much all you will ever need as a Bane is arcane boots. Maybe a 4 staff for a quick initiation. But 2 tier 1 towers going down for Froody. So tower-wise, even with their push lines, they're not in. Matty is going to get taken down by Jin. Sunstrike goes down. He backs off though. Probably wise. He knows that there's a lot of people there. Branrick gets Lucent beamed up and the Venomous Gale comes out. Nightmare's somebody, but he is going to die, so he's going to try and get as much damage out as possible in the meantime. Jin's going to lurk away and go back to farming. And his farm's looking fantastic. 8.5k. Same on the
Radiant's bottom
Invoker as
tower
well.
is being attacked.
4 staff, Hand of Midas, Boots of Travel already. This Invoker's going to really start pushing, reaching critical mass. And the thing is, he does not tail off Invoker until very late in the game, just because every single level makes him a lot stronger than the one before, because of the way that you skill him. It's really exciting. He's still only got 1 point in the Invoke, but quite frankly, all you need is those Forge Spirits. They're going to take down Roshan now. Those Forge Spirits going to drop his armour very quickly. Oh, Forge Spirit armour's not working. That's fine. They're still going to take him down very quickly. The arrow flied out. I don't think Rasta know what's happening. Jin's just going to casually get a kill there. And this is going to be a free Roshan. They're probably going to give it either to the Invoker or the Mirana. I would probably save the Mirana. She's getting stuck in behind enemy lines quite a lot. That free Roshan is going to go down. It's going to go to Solrak on the Mirana there. They're going to smoke up and they're going to look to see who they can pick off. Now there's 2 here mid, Jamie C and Hulsey. Jamie C's just hit level 6, so he does have his ulti. But no, they're going to see Dio here. Arrow misses. Starfall comes out. 4 staff forward from the Invoker. Down goes the Sunstrike. It's going to miss. Fiend's Grip instantly interrupted. Dio taking a lot of damage, but so is Aronstam. Really nice sleep coming out there from Branrick. Aronstam really low on health though. He's going to have to be denied. He doesn't get denied.
Dyer's middle tower
He
is
dies.
under
So that's a
attack.
1-for-1 there. That's an Invoker for a Luna. Pretty fair trade. Top farm for each. Silithus, a
Dyer's
little bit
middle
ahead of enemy
tower is
lines.
under
Gale comes
siege.
out, hits Solrak. There goes the Nightmare. Solrak going to look to get the arrow. Oh dear. It looks like that arrow's triggered the Nightmare though. Out comes the Death Prophet, and they're going to look to push this now. They've got 3 people down here. Makanita though, invisible. An invisible Sand King. That's a dangerous thing to see when you're grouped up as a team. Meanwhile, Jin's just going to casually lurk down there. 2 versus 1. 3k in his bank already. He's going to have his next big item up very soon. It's only 20 minutes in. He's going to wait for Matty and Dio. Matty comes out. He's going to start man fighting him. Out comes the Lucent Beam from Dio. Matty taking a lot of damage. Living Armour coming out to help him. Jin, really low on health. He's going to pop his ultimate.
Oh, you
Just
were
man
ugly.
fight the Bristleback and then run away. Pounce away. Dio's not going to be able to catch up to him. Arrow flying out from Solrak. Not going to hit anything at all. 5 kills to 17 now, 20 minutes in. Only a few towers down. 1 tier 1 for Rasta, 2 tier 1s for Froody. So the map's not massively pushed, but I can expect that to change very soon. Halsey's going to run into Solrak, but Aronstam's also there, and they're just going to back off. They're a little split up. Arrow comes out, hits Silithus. That's probably going to be a dead Venomancer. Out comes the Living Armour though. They're going to focus on Death Prophet. Big Venomous Scale. But there's a bit of a spite ult there from Makanita. The Deny comes out. Just to pop the Aegis, you might as well. Aegis would have expired soon anyway, so might as well give Solrak a second life. Full mana, full health. Looks like we're going to have a team fight rolling here, but it's going to be 4 against 3. Jin just casually lurking the whole map. He's going to get a haste room because he really needs... He's already at 522
Radiant
movement speed
structures have
when he's
been
unseen.
fortified.
Arrow flies out, hits Matty. They're going to absolutely hammer him down. Big ulti comes out from Jamie C, but the Fiend's Grip comes out from Dio to stop any chance of the Eclipse. Dio going to die now. That's a double kill there for Aronstam. Brannick going to go down for
Radiant's top tower
Rasta.
is
That's a
being
triple
attacked.
kill for the Invoker. He manages to take down the Venomancer. Horsey rolling forward, see if he can get a revenge kill, stop that streak. But no. And Solrak and Aaron Sham rolling back in. Solrak's going to be looking to get that arrow off. Horsey going to bottle up. About half health. Out comes the Starfall. Out comes the Death Prophet ulti, but that's not really going to help. Chaos Meteor comes down. Mega kill there for Solrak. They've taken all 5 out pretty much already. If you're currently wondering what mega kill announcer I am using, I am a Blatant Sheep and I copied Draskell and I have the NBA Jam Mega Kills announcer pack.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Just the best. Just the best. I absolutely love it. Rasta really putting the slam dunk here onto Froody. And this is just game 1. We're going to have a game 2 after this. Sort of the away game. I believe Froody picked first pick for this one. Rasta decided to go Dire, so they're going to swap. Rasta going to take first pick. Froody going to be on the Dire side for the next game. Rasta really dominant over this game. Both of their top farmers have over 12k net worth. Net worth graph, it's nearly 20,000 in favour of Rasta at only 20 minutes in. And let's have a look at the XP. Equally as imbalanced, possibly even more. And that Invoker Hand of Midas, what level is he? He's level 16 already. He's got 3 points invoked now. Possibly saving up for that Aghanims just so when it comes to it he can invoke a million spells, drop a huge ton of magic on your face and say, ha! Owned. Froody a little bit split up here. And in comes this... Machinate always seems to have an invisibility rune. We'll see. He knows something's up. Out comes the Fiend's Grip and the Sunstrike and the arrow. That's one very, very dead Death Prophet. Eye of Skadi coming out on Jin now. Oh dear. He's big. Manages to leap forward onto Philithus. Dark Pact's off every single bit of Venomancer. Stun comes out from Machinita. Matty, pretty tanky. Doesn't really matter when Jin has reached critical mass. He is just wrecking house now. He's 10-0. He's godlike. He's beyond godlike.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It'll be a big win, you know, if Dio can maybe get a kill on that Slark. But I very much doubt it. That Slark is stacked massively. He's just casually taking down towers on his own. He doesn't give a crap. Excuse me. 6 kills to 27. 23 minutes in. Looking like the end for Froody. They've got very little ward vision on the map apart from this little camp of wards here.
Boom shakalaka!
Meanwhile, Jin is just happily diving into the base.
Happily
Happily diving into the base, getting kills. He doesn't care. He's got 11 kills so far. Not a single assist, not a single death. He's just playing solo PvP Dota. I'm going to hunt everybody down and kill them. And Sam's going to look to push this bottom lane out. He's got an ultimate orb, maybe looking for a scythe. Not going to go for that Aghanim Scepter. And you know, that's fine. He's playing more of a push right-click attack damage invoker, that hybrid invoker, which is nice. It's good to see. It's nice to know that you don't need that Aghanims on invoker to actually be useful at all. Machinita and Branrick just lurking in such an advanced position, looking for any out of position. And Froody, they're just confined to their base right now. They're just all standing there with a wall of Plague Wards up there saying, no, we refuse to come out now because you will pick us off one by one. And you know what? Rasta are just going to be more than happy to carry on farming around the map. Jin has 2.6k gold to his name, as well as a Yasha Shadowblade Skadi. It's 24 minutes in, and he's got 15k net worth. Scythe comes out on the Invoker now. I think they're going to look to push into this now. Jin's just going to stand there and say, that's fine. Snot on me as much as you want. Dio! It's Burrow Strike. Lucid Beam flies out on Machinita. Sunstrike doesn't hit, though. But that's no biggie. They're going to look to roll up. They're going to take out this tier 3 very quickly. Out comes the Desolated from Morana. They can push high ground now. I think this is the GG push. Roshan still got a couple of minutes, still got about a minute left on him. Possibly more. They're going to look to push this right now. Take down those Plague Wards very quickly. Jin going to go out onto the Trian. Pops the Dark Pat. Pounces the Trian. Trian's dead. In leaps everybody. There's the Blink Epicenter. That's a 3-for-0. Potom comes out with the ulti. That's a dead Bristleback. That's 4 dead. Dio's just happily lurking in base. This is going to be an easy Rax, possibly 2. maybe even the GG.
Radiant's bottom tower
Rasta
has been
really
destroyed.
coming out very strong
Radiant's
here.
bottom barracks is being attacked. Radiant's bottom barracks
That's
has
it,
been
Rex.
destroyed. Radiant's bottom
Triant's out.
barracks has fallen.
I honestly don't think GG is the call there from Froody. 25 minutes in, 32 kills to 6. Quite frankly, a bit of a stomp here on the side of Rasta.
Victory goes to Dire.
And that was a good game. Same password going to be up for the lobby. So we'll be back for game 2 very soon once the lobby